Hey, what's up, Gomez gang? Today we're talking about three different scholars and seeing how they would solve this equation. 2 open parentheses, 3x minus 9 close parentheses is equal to 2x plus 10. Now we need to figure out which one, if any of them, are correct and find out what mistake they did. This is on Unit 4, Lesson 7 in your Scholar Work packet. Cool. Now the reason why I like this is because I can show you a million different ways to solve for x and get x as the right answer, and that's great, cool. But this is basically the stove analogy. I can show you a million ways how to do it right, but I also need to show you how to do it wrong. And if somebody were to mess up, whether it's Andre, Alana, or Noah, I need to be able to diagnose their mistake, right? I need to show you how to do it incorrectly so that you don't make that mistake in your own work. Cool. So we'll take a look at Andre's first. We see 2 open parentheses 3x minus 9 is equal to 2x plus 10. Fantastic. Now, what it looks like Andre is trying to do is distribute this 2. We have 2 times 3x, which is equal to 6x, minus 2 times 9, which is 18. So far, so good. This looks great to me. Now, it looks like he's adding 18 to both sides. Of course, when I do it on my whiteboard, I tend to put it on top of each other, which is fine. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. You know that minus 18 and plus 18 will just cancel each other out and get me to 6x. Fantastic. Yet here, Andre isn't adding 18 to both sides. He's actually subtracting 10. It's almost as if Andre wants to get the variables all by themselves, which is not what we're trying to get to. The fact that he's adding 18 here and subtracting 10 to this side, he is not doing the same thing to both sides. Andre's answer is going to be incorrect. Let's look at Alana's. Alana is going to do something slightly different. She is going to, instead of distributing that 2, she's going to divide both sides by 2. In other words, on my whiteboard, you would commonly see it as such. Great. If I have 2 groups of 3x minus 9, then if I divide it by 2, I just have 1 group of 3x minus 9, which is great. This is correct. However, I see 2x plus 10, and when I divide that by 2, I know that 2x divided by 2 is x, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. It does not look as though Alana divided the entire right side by 2. It seems as though Alana only divided the positive 10 by 2. That will also not get her to the correct answer. I see she's adding 9 to both sides, which would have been cool. 3x would have been equal to 2x plus 14. Then she did the math. Great, subtracting 2x on both sides. That, however, will not get you to the answer. You need to do the same thing to both sides. Tough luck, Alana. Now, let's look at Noah, right? Only because Andre and Alana did it correctly does not mean that Noah did it correctly. Excuse me. Only because Andre and Alana did not do it correctly doesn't mean that Noah is the one who's correct. So let's figure it out. Noah appears to be distributing this 2. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 9 is equal to negative 18. So that looks like it's good to go. This remains the same. Adding 18 to both sides, which is what Andre failed to do. So adding 18 on both sides is cool. That will cancel out the negative 18 and the positive 18 to get 6x. Combining like terms with the 10 and the 18 will get me to 2x plus 28. Subtracting 2x on both sides will get me to 4x on the left and just 28 on the right. At that point, it's pretty straightforward. You're dividing both sides by 4. X is equal to 7. This looks correct. Now, of course, that's cool. And at first glance, we didn't do much work, obviously. We're just trying to catch people's mistakes. But I'm not totally convinced that that's the answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this x equals to 7 and substitute it everywhere I see an x. So here we are, 2 times, parentheses, 3 times 7 minus 9. Now I know that 3 times 7 is equal to 21. 21 minus 9 is equal to 12. When I do 12 times 2, I get to 24. So 24 is what's on my left-hand side. Now if I check it on the right side, again, I am substituting my x for 7. So 2 times 7 is equal to 14, plus 10 is also equal to 24. That means that Noah is correct. X is equal to 7. Noah did a very good job of distributing that 2, as well as doing inverse operations to get rid of everything except for my variable. Good job, Noah. And that's how you find people's mistakes. I hope you don't make the same. Take care.